So, Janice, thank you for the reminder that I hadn't done a garden tour lately, so I'll do that now. Here we have this large tomato plant here is a better boy. We bought it large. We hope it's going to do well. In the ground here there are tiny tomato plants. I buried them most of the way in the ground because the stems supposedly will grow, so we'll see what happens there. Then over here we have pepper plants. I'm sure you recognize them, so we're going to see what happens with them. We haven't put seed down in those areas yet, just the plants themselves. And then we have a berry plant. And today we're lucky enough to have an executive assistant with us. Her name is Zoey. Hi, Zoey. Zoey's been extremely helpful with everything today. We have asparagus that we've allowed to grow. We did pick a couple this year, but we're letting it grow so that next year it'll be that hardy, the rest of it. 3 potato plants. They're doing extremely well. And then over here we have what we think is a mulberry tree. It kind of came up as a volunteer, but I believe that it's a mulberry tree. Zoe's very interested in the mulberry tree, so we have to try and get her to come backwards. Come on, Zoey, come backwards. Come on. Come on. Yay, good job, Zoey. So, we got Zoey to come out of the mulberry tree. If it's not a mulberry tree, and anybody knows for sure what it might be, then, of course, just tell me. I'm always happy to learn. Here we have another berry plant. Already has berries on it too, which is really good considering how early in the season it is. I mean, it's just turned June, so there you have them. They're very tasty and they taste good. I guess that's the same thing as very tasty, isn't it? And here we have another one. Basically the same thing. A wide variety of hostas in here. Hostas are great to have around. One of our many irises. This one is a pale purple color. I apologize that I don't know the name of the hostas iris by which ones are which. Another hosta bed here. Dark green, pale green, striped, and a ribbed one, and a darker ribbed one over there. Our tree peony, which has really got great blooms on it, but I've always had a bit of trouble with it because the blooms are so heavy, you can only see them from the bottom. So, I don't know how to prop it up, or if I'm not feeding it properly or something like that. Not sure if you can see them or not over here, but we do have, as Zoey wants to point out to us here, some other plants. We have over here, we have apple tree that was a volunteer, so I think it's an apple tree, but I stand to be corrected. A couple of really nice hollyhocks that are just coming up into bloom. When I was little, there were hollyhocks on the roadside, so hopefully I can get them to grow just kind of as a reminder of what that was like. Currants. And this one has currants on it already, which is really good. I'm really happy to see that. These ones are red currants. This currant plant, I'm just happy to see alive. It got eaten off last year by some of the animals. It's always kind of looking like we should see something else now, so let's go for a walk. Yep, let's go, Zoey. And here we have beans. They're just coming up. They're pole beans, so I've put a stick in there already because it's better to put the stick in when the plants are little. And then we'll see afterwards if we need more. Zoey's turning into a bush dog. Run in the bush, run in the bush. I know, you think it's a bush just because it's as tall as you, don't you? Yeah. Okay, now let's go over here, Zoey. Come on. Some more iris here. Your typical purple iris, which is definitely the most common in these parts. These purple balls, which I call Jewel of India. And over here we have actually the rhubarb patch, which seems to be not doing great this year. I might have to dig it up and put fresh soil down and replant them. Has anyone else had experience doing that? If you think it's a good idea, then just let me know. The fern patch here, more Jewel of the Nile or Jewel of India, more ferns, and of course more asparagus, which is a little hard to see because they really blend in well with the ferns. Next, where are we going to go? Next, we're going where? Where, Zoe? Oh, the strawberries. Okay, we can go to the strawberries. Yes, that's fine. So, the strawberries are over here. Peter strawberries. Strawberries. In here we have, well, nothing too much showing yet, but it's mostly beans. Over here you can see the beans growing a bit more. We're obviously trying to outdo yesterday's crop, last year's crop. We have a lot of different pots planted. The pots are all Peters, so we'll have to see what's in them as they grow. Again, these pots here are also all Peters. I think it's mostly calla or canna lilies and tuberous begonias. What do you hear, Zoe? What do you hear? What do you hear? What? Oh, you want to go inside and watch television? Okay, we can do that. Let's go, Zoe. I don't want you to miss your favorite dog show. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yep. Let's go see puppies. Puppies on TV. Puppies on TV. Welcoming all the animals to Ann and Mick's fire display. Everybody is welcome here. Oops, looks like a smelly skunk. Better walk away. Walk away.